Good morning everybody, I hope you are doing well. Today we are in the F-16A, which is a 12.3 US fighter. It was recently moved down from 12.7, and at its current BR, it's pretty good. You basically have an F-16 flat model, and you get to see, like, 11.3s. I feel like that should kind of write itself. Like, the F-16 is already a stupidly good flight model. Like, it's one of the best in the game for 1v1s. Not the best, one of the best. Keep in mind, I do not want to give an accurate opinion to that. Yeah, this plane is, in theory, on paper, it's really, really good, but in practice, it's alright. Like, I do enjoy a lot of these sorts of aircraft, but at the same time, around these battle ratings, I would just rather have radar missiles, to be honest. Like, ordinarily, in something like a J-70, I love these sorts of aircraft, the ones which have really good flight performance and not the greatest missile kit. But for whatever reason, around, like, 11.3-ish, that begins to change, 11.7, and I would rather have the better missile kit over the flight performance, and this is kind of the main, like, example of this. Because the F-16A, while if you actually get put into a dogfight situation or any sort of situation like that with someone, you basically just wipe the floor with them, right? How did that connect? Did that just ignore Flare's front aspect? Okay, sure. Okay, why not? We're getting launched on. There's a MiG-23 above us in the clouds. I want to keep that in mind. Hi. Hello. It's a good thing I multipathed that, and he did fire one at us. But I would rather have radar missiles around these battle ratings, and the main reason why is because a lot of your teammates do have radar missiles, and because of that, they can engage the enemies a lot quicker and easier than you can, which means that you don't really get many kills each game. Obviously, if the enemy is kind of stupid like that and decides to pull right in front of your guns, you will get a lot of kills, but for the most part, if you have a competent team in this plane, they will just steamroll a lot of the enemies before you can actually get a solution on them. And because the 9Ls, as long as someone actually spots them to flares once, they are quite easy to actually decoy. So they're not amazing in head-ons, they're not amazing unless you kind of catch your enemies off guard. Just like that F4S there, he was not really paying attention. We do multipath the MiG-23 ML's missile. And so because of that, this plane is really good, but it's not amazing at getting high kill games and, like, consistently good kill games. And because of that, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I would just rather play the F-16 ADF, although at the same time, this thing's BR is absolutely stupid. We take down another MiG-23 there. In this plane, a lot of the times I just sort of hope that my team is not very competent, because if they are not, if they actually, like, let me get within closer ranges of the enemy team, I can just sort of, you know, it's a 4th gen flight model. You're not going to struggle in any 1v1s, as long as you actually know how to play the game, that is, but anyways, we've third-partied quite a few people there. If your team is fairly competent, you just sort of want to, like, be in the furball and try and third-party as many kills as you can. I don't mean, like, fully steal them, but, like, you know, just be a little bit, Is that tracking him or his flares? Flares, okay. I'm just going to fire off another one there, then. He does, in fact, see it and flares again. We're just going to run him down, and I'm going to Vulcan kill him here. He is locked onto this other F-20. Like, tunnel vision, I mean, not actually radar lock. We just pull in for a Vulcan shot. We never miss those, so we tear his plane apart. That is going to be a cheeky 4th kill first game, not terrible. So TLDR, this plane is very, very good at the battle rating it's at, but if you're not doing well with it, like, don't hold it against yourself, because it is a very intricate plane to play. Hello, Mr. F4S. Are you pre-flaring? Interesting Phantom player in front. Yeah, now would be a better time to pre-flare, senor. We're gonna just drop a 9L, he's probably, yeah. Bye-bye. I don't know why he was pre-flaring so early and dropping these huge bursts of them. And then as soon as I actually got up behind him, he just stopped. There's a lot of people who are up high this game. It is a sunset spotting on the hill map, so it is going to be... It's going to take like an hour and a half to actually, you know, do anything. There is an A-10C over here. He's actually a little bit scary just because of the 9M. We have, like, none of our team have died yet, I don't think, so I don't know if we're actually going to get to do anything this game, unfortunately. This guy has Moors, so there's not a point in firing a missile early. He manages to multipath our teammate's radar missile, which is good for us because we can just tear his plane apart. He's probably not going to G out from that, and we're just going to get assist credit, I bet. I saw an F-82. Okay, whatever. Our team's just going to clean those guys up anyways, so I might as well go for this fella. Me when. Yeah, good luck. Wow, look, he brought the prop into the jet game. So funny. Look, he almost got a kill, guys. Wow. Look at that. Wow. No, the A-10 did die to us, which is good, I think. Yes, okay. Baller, so we are gonna get 3 kills, and the whole team basically just folded. So, wow. Thrilling game. Okay, game 3, let's go. Me when I fly around. Ooh, there's a big clump there. Okay, so F4S is not going for us. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if I can go from behind all of these guys rather than just immediately going head-on. Nice missile. Because this plane doesn't really do head-ons very well. Like, you don't really have much to actually pressure them with. Alright, you're actually gonna be a pain in the ass here. Just gonna make sure no one tried to 180 us. That might have been a 9L. I'm not really sure. No one's 180ing us. I'm just going to flip around now, and I'm going to see if I can go from behind with that team. I think a lot of them are probably going to be in a furball, so I might be able to do something here. This plane does... It's not very good in the early game. Actually, it's quite pants in the early game, to be honest, because you don't really have any, like, decent... Aside from the gun, you have nothing to really, like, take with you head-on. Like, no radar missiles, no, proxy fuse delay missiles either. This Tornado F3 is probably going to try and get a 9L. Yep. It's fine. All we got to do is flare a few times. Oh no, a Tornado F3 in a dogfight. Whatever will we do? I just got to make sure that MiG-23 isn't third party. Alright. The Tornado's going to take like 7 years to actually turn back for us now. I'm going to dip down a little bit and see if I can... I'm going to fire a couple of Vulcan rounds off in the head-on. That was very risky of me. I should have done that a little bit better. And now their whole team is away from me again. I'm just going to turn back in and see if I can... Oh my gosh. You see what I mean? How everyone just wants to go head-on with you, and then there's... Because, like, there's just not really much you can do beyond that. Because, like, you try to 180 them, but they're too fast to actually do anything about. So you have to sort of, like, hope that you can third-party the furball, but there hasn't really been a furball generate this game. And no one's actually wanted to commit to a dogfight, unsurprisingly. And now we have 2 other guys going head-on with us. Wow. Good God, man. Okay. We do actually get a gunshot on the ML there, but I do not hit it. I'm just going to go up and over because he's going to pull in before we can there. So sticking that straight on would just be suicide. Another F-16A. You're going to have a radar missile, aren't you? Yep. We outroll the radar missile. That is fine. Okay. Cool. He's firing a radar missile at us. I'm just going to hit the deck. Missile gets pushed into the deck. We have another MiG-23 trying to go head-on with us. You see what I mean? Like, it's super, super annoying because everyone just goes head-on over and over and over again, and you can't even, like, do anything. You just lose all your game impact, and... I'm going to pre-chaff in case that's a Mirage F1 there. That MiG-23 does not see the 9L, it looks like, so we do finally manage to close up a kill this game. I'm going to pull up and over quite aggressively onto this F-16 because it's largely one of the only other planes which is actually going to pose a threat here. So if I can start a 1v1 with a ton of position on him... Alright, so he does pull back into that. I got to make sure I don't get third-partied, though, because there are a lot of his teammates around. But at the same time, I need to get him out of here because he is going to fuck with us a lot late game. Alright. Is that a B+? No, that's an NA. How did... Alright then, 9L, ignoring flares, head-on. Again. Cool. My entire team died and I was just getting forced into head-on after head-on. We do take down the F-16, but it was at the cost of our own life, so oh well. Yeah, but as I was saying, this plane has a very, very big limitation, which is that you just don't really have any presence in the head-on. Like, at least the Nets has the Pythons, which you can launch, like, super close range in the head-on to try and do something. But because of the 9L's proxy fuse delay, you can't really do that. So you just have to dodge them over and over again. But then if no one actually commits to a dogfight with you, or if there's people around to third-party you, then you're just sort of, like, fucked, really. And because if I didn't take that fight with the F-16, I would have essentially just been trying to dodge the head-on over and over, and then the F-16 could have slotted in behind me, and because he can actually, you know, keep up with our flight performance, we would have just been done for anyway. So I needed to get that F-16 out of the game there, but, like, it's just really unfortunate that 9L ignored flares head-on, but oh well. F-20 immediately 180s us. That's not great, considering I need to go head-on with this MiG-23. F-80 has not stuck the 180, which is nice. He is, in fact, going for a teammate now. MiG-23 might not be paying attention. I'm going to get one off on him before going back around for the F-80. Can I not over G? Forget this plane pulls so hard. F-16, my beloved. MiG-23 did in fact probably just outran the 9L. Or he might have fled it, I don't really know. I'm just sort of lobbing them off. I'm not expecting any of them to really kill. There's no point in just holding them onto your airframe. If you can get them off, there's no real reason not to. This guy over-G'd? I think he did. I probably could have got a launch there. That's fine. I'm closing in on him. Hello. No, we're fine. We're chilling. He might not be. He's not looking. Yep. If any aircraft which you are tailing does fire a missile at an enemy in front of them, that usually means they're not going to be looking at you as they're doing that, and it can give you a very free opportunity to get a missile kill on them that they otherwise, you know, would have been able to actually see in flare. Looks like the Mirage and the F-14 have a joust. Neither of them actually dies in it, which is good for me, because all I'm going to be doing is going over this F-1C. I have zero clue where that was from. Above, maybe? I don't know. I didn't see him, like, whatsoever before I came into that engagement. I hadn't seen him in general that game. Oh, fuck off, man. I'm not playing an EC game. No. I have 6 IR missiles. Hell no. Alright, that's gonna be it. Yeah, the F-16 is a good plane, but it just has to be put in the right situation, basically. It is, you know, it does require a bit of luck to use, so you actually get the scenario that you are looking for, and you don't just have a ton of people trying to take a head-on with you the entire game. You also need to position yourself quite well and sort of know how to place yourself, and you just have to hope the spotting system works for you as well. I wish you had longer spotting ranges so I can, like... Because the thing is, right, is that if within the 5-kilometer spotting range that you have, you can still see planes, like, while you are doing things. Like, the 5-kilometer spotting system gives you enough time to react, given you aren't actually engaging anyone. Because when you go to engage someone, right, like I was doing with that Mirage F-1C there, because I didn't want him to just, like, immediately break off and get a magic on my 6, like, if I were to break off, sorry. So I wanted to pull in and over for him there. I skimmed the area before I took the fight with him to make sure there was no one else around. But then, you know, it just, because he was far, like, outside the 5-kilometer range, he wasn't spotted. And then he was within the 5-kilometer range when I already had to pay attention to the Mirage, or otherwise I would have just lost the dogfight with him there. And by that point, I was just a very free kill for him. It essentially means that, like, because the spotting system is so bad, you have to pay so much more attention than you should have to otherwise. And it sort of, like, there is some times where, like, you reasonably just couldn't have really done anything because you're being forced to engage a plane in front of you, and you don't have the luxury of being able to, like, skim the horizon 24/7 to make sure no one else is going to get within magic range of you. So it's just very unfortunate. I'm gonna stop whining about it, but it's one of the main reasons why, like, even though I'm pretty good at this game, I would say, like, I'm above average. It's just, you know, frustrating that I can't, like, I don't feel a need to actually put time to getting any better into the game, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good I get, I'm still going to die to mechanics like that, because I don't have eyes in the back of my head. Like, I can pay attention a good amount, but not 24/7. So, yeah, either way, hope you enjoyed. This is the F-16A. Pretty fun plane. I love my F-16s, so I hope you have some good games with it as well. I will be seeing you tomorrow, as always. And yeah, goodbye.